Don't die in Coachella.
Well, I'm not gonna die.
I really hope you don't die in Coachella.
She's probably gonna die at Coachella.
Yeah.
So you guys, this week I kind of feel like a character in the Twilight Zone because I made all these wishes. And I think they're all coming true, but I'm worried that they're all going to come true in a terrible, sinister way. Because Nintendo is doing a new Link to the Past style Zelda.
Yeah, right?
Which I'm really excited about. Like, I've been like, why don't they just do a 2D, top-down, Link to the Past style Zelda? Why don't they bring it back? And now they are, and I'm like, what is it gonna mean when it comes back? I'm just an angry gamer. I was just yelling. I didn't mean it.
Yeah. No, they bring an Earthbound. They're bringing Earthbound.
They're bringing this was probably the most exciting Nintendo Direct they've had. Yeah.
It's like they realize that they're the only people who can make Nintendo games.
All of a sudden,
and they're like, "All right, we're the ones who should have been doing that. I guess we can make some Nintendo games."
Well, to be fair, Earthbound is straight up Virtual Console, which as far as I'm concerned, perfect.
Yeah,
that's all I want.
So they're bringing Yoshi's Island to the 3DS, which I'm very happy about. And then I looked at the screenshots, and there's something a little bit odd. Yoshi looks like a Donkey Kong Country. Looks a little bit polygonal.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about that is when that game was coming out, they were like, oh, Donkey Kong Country sold a bajillion copies? Let's make all our games look like that. We don't have a 3D capable thing yet, but let's make everything look like it's sort of 3D. Let's do that. And I think it was Miyamoto. He was just like...
He hated it.
Yeah.
Let's make everything look like paper cutouts and yarn.
Well,
let's make it all look... And they're just like, well, I don't know why they can't keep that aesthetic.
I thought they were. I thought the new Yoshi's Island it's polygonal, but it's supposed to have that 3D yarn look.
Yoshi looks like... Yoshi looks like regular little Yoshi. He looks like he's made out of computer stuff, not yarn and paper or clay.
Huh.
Isn't the world made of yarn and paper and clay?
I mean, yeah, a little bit, you know. But
maybe we just can't. Maybe you just can't tell on your future phone because it's tiny.
It's like a
well,
weird
you sure
hybrid.
as hell won't be able to tell on your 3DS when it comes out. So I don't even know why we're talking about it.
But this is a thing because new Super Mario Brothers, this new 3D, this new Yoshi's Island, this new Link to the Past, they are doing it with this 3D. I know you and I have talked about this. The art direction in these 2D, 3D Nintendo games seems to be like all over the place and very clip arty.
Yeah, I love the art style of like Kirby's Epic Yarn, and I love the like Paper Mario 2D. The look that looks really handcrafted.
Yeah.
I'm not so into the 3D like. Well, I guess the 2D, 3D, like New Super Mario Brothers U. It's not my favorite, you know. It has no personality.
Yeah, the characters don't seem to match the backgrounds. Like this new Zelda is definitely very, very influenced by Link to the Past, but I gotta wonder, like, am I the minority in just wanting like really nicely drawn,
like
HD,
pixel art?
2D, you know, like Rayman. Like Rayman came out and we were all like, yeah, this looks great.
You got to realize there also are a whole lot of kids who've grown up and their idea of a cartoon movie is DreamWorks and Pixar.
Sure.
They have no idea. They're like, they drew it with pens, gross. But no, I mean, I'm excited about A Link to the Past is one of my favorite games of all time ever. So I'm gonna probably pick up a 3DS for this.
Yeah.
They got me. It's that and Donkey Kong Country Returns and a new Yoshi's Island and then Lego City Undercover, which is looking cute, and I couldn't get it to work on the goddamn Wii U. I think that I really wish they would just make 3DS stuff. I think the 3DS is
They're
really...
doing that, though.
I mean,
they seem to be focusing more on the 3DS now than the Wii U.
I know, which is sort of a problem considering that they, made the Wii U. So what's going on with the Wii U?
Well,
Did they do anything?
that's something that I noticed is I wanted them when they announced Earthbound and then they announced this new Zelda. I was like, flip those, man. Give me Earthbound on my portable. Give me this new Zelda that's top down in 720p.
Give me HD Link to the Past.
Yeah, I'm the happiest guy in the world.
You beggars can't be choosers, and I don't mean to be fussing about it, but like, I'm totally with you on that. I mean, they've got Wind Waker HD, and that's all very well and good, but like, I would love to see. How long has it been since they made a top-down Zelda for a console?
Four Swords Adventures for the GameCube. That was the last time.
There you go. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think based on New Super Mario Brothers, we can assume that if this Zelda does well on the 3DS, we will see a Wii U version, a top-down Zelda. I don't want to wait, and it just makes more sense to put it on the... we've said this a million times. Give me the reasons to buy the Wii U, and I'll buy it. Yeah. I've already got my 3DS. I get games from my 3DS pretty regularly. Give me the reason to buy the Wii U. Monster Hunter's almost got me there. Just give me that one more thing.
Zombie U?
You stop that.
Lego City Undercover? I heard it's good. I don't know. I couldn't get the friggin' Wii U to work.
Do you think that Nintendo... Okay, and this is the thing. If Nintendo comes out with something new, all anybody says is, Nintendo, why aren't you making me a new Star Fox or a Zelda? If Nintendo comes out with something old like this, are people going to like immediately rubber band the other way and go, why aren't they giving me something new? Because I've already heard backlash that's saying they're leaning too much on nostalgia. When a couple months ago, that's all we wanted from them.
Well, that's the thing is they also I mean they either are innovating wildly with hardware or they are kind of I mean they're Disney. They make fairy tale stuff. They take stuff that is stuff from our childhoods and they kind of do things with it, you know. And it's I really wish that they would I wish they would farm it out to people who maybe appreciate it. I'd love to see like third party licensing of Nintendo. I mean, they do that to a certain extent, but taking be like, hey, do you have an idea for a Zelda game? Like, do you want to make a new Star Fox game? Do you want to make a new Super Metroid game? Because like, I mean, we're trying our own thing over here. We're doing our wacky shit. We're making an Animal Crossing 3DS XL. It looks like some panties. It does. It totally does. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, or like a knockoff Chinatown
No,
handbag.
I want it so. I don't even play Animal Crossing, and I fucking want that 3DS XL so bad. It's so cute.
Yeah, it's like
it's for ladies.
Yeah,
it's a lady one.
It's really cute.
But yeah, I mean, I wish that they would. I feel
well,
like
one of their biggest successes, right, was retro. Give Metroid to retro.
Yeah.
How do we make it? How do we make this a new thing?
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing is making an old school Zelda game. Like people are gonna love it. They're gonna eat it up. There's a ton of small studios that probably would be honored to do it. They would probably do it for cheap. And like Nintendo is the only they're sitting on their stuff. Like they're sitting on their properties, and it's like I want them to give me things that I like.
Right.
Yeah.
But you also don't want them to dilute their entire market.
Yeah.
They're in a very precarious position because of that, because of the expectation on them.
Yeah, well, because they've been rotating the same franchises for the past 30 years. Like, they've got, what, like 30 of them or something? Like, that's literally all they're doing anymore. When's the last new IP they made?
Jeez.
You can't even think of it. It's
I
hard.
remember being very excited about Pikmin for the GameCube. For the Wii, I can't think of
Yeah, and I mean, they've been making, they've been profiting off their old franchises and stuff, but like, I kind of just want to see something new. I want to see like experimentation.
I think they're old guys. I think that's a lot of old guys,
Well,
and they're
that's true, but like, if that's the excuse they're going with, like, the company will just die out in 10 or 20 years when all of the people running it die, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they have to expand some way. Like, too many Mario games, it's not working anymore. Like, maybe it's making them money, but it's not
Well, it's funny
because
they clearly have the good Mario team and the bad Mario team, right?
Yeah.
Like, they have the new Super Mario Bros. U team. I don't want to say the bad team, but the team that puts the games out. Like, we need a new Super Mario Brothers game, put it out. And then they have the team that did like Mario 3D Land, which was a good Mario game, like my favorite Mario game since Galaxy. And I'm wondering if we've got now like, so they know that some things are to be treated with respect, and then some things they are like farming out.
Yeah.
But it's weird because depending on which side of the fence you sit on, they're releasing this stuff too slowly or too quickly.
Yeah, I mean, Mario games are one of the particular franchises that I feel is a little oversaturated. But like games like Yoshi, I mean, when's the last time we saw a Yoshi remake? I feel like now's the time to bring something like that.
People have been waiting for Animal Crossing.
And I can see why they made new Super Mario Bros. U to make the Wii U system look attractive, but like, would it be so bad if they got rid of like half of those games and focused them on maybe creating a new IP that they could, continue to bank on for the next 30 years?
They neither listen to what their audience and fan base is loudly clamoring for, and they also don't really do what they want to do. It's like they're kind of half in, half out of a focus group, and just like, and it's
I feel like they're getting better.
I get that vibe.
They're getting better.
I mean, if you're going to innovate and have a vision, then like go and do that. And if you're going to like pander to people who are nostalgic for the things that you made 15 years ago, then by all means do that and like do that. But it's this weird place somewhere in the middle. Also, they announced their games so far ahead of them coming out that it just becomes like this. It fizzles. It's like this kind of gradual. It's like I heard. When did we first hear about Animal Crossing for 3DS?
Yeah, or Pikmin 3.
Yeah. I feel like this Nintendo Direct shows more than anything that they are listening. They're a little more in touch than we thought they were. That's for sure. I think if this is a good step forward, I'm just like a little worried. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think that's natural. I've been waiting so long for like a new Link to the Past that now that I'm getting one, I'm just like, please. It's the way I am with geek anticipation with anything. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't watch a single thing about BioShock because I was like, please just let this be great. I'm not watching anything about Man of Steel. Please just let this be great. You know what I mean? Geeks just do this.
Yeah.
Like, we wish for something, and then it happens, and we get scared. You know?
So the screenshots are going to stay there, and then the game is going to come out. And I mean, I feel like this might actually be the tipping point. A Link to the Past sequel. Like, yes, give it to me. I'll go buy like that dumb panties looking 3DS. Be playing a Zelda game on a pair of panties.
I can see you walking around with that panties 3D.
Why are you going?
It looks like children's pajamas or like weird 80s panties.
It reminds me of the wallpaper on Willy Wonka that they lick and it tastes like fruit.
Lickable
That's why I like
wallpaper.
it. Yeah.
Kind of like that meets like Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, I was saying Chinatown knockoff handbags that like people are carrying around the airport.
We all went very different places with that.
I want that Pikachu 3DS XL that's got the cameras on it, so it looks like he's got big, gross black nipples, just like little. Just right there, Pikachu's little shiny nips.
I don't like anything about anatomically correct Pokemon. I don't like that at all.
God, look at Pokemon with teats.
No.
Pika teats. Just little, just put 6 of them right there. Just a bunch of them, yeah.